Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Daquan Bowens with DaquanBowens.com, here to help musicians take their plan to the next level. And first off, I want to thank my Patreon subscribers. The people over on Patreon, they get access to all my MIDI files for all my lessons here on YouTube. And if you want to become a Patreon supporter, just go over to my Patreon page. The link is in the description and in the card above. This lesson, I'm going to be talking about the steps of adding chords or voicing your chords in a song. All right, and there's some important steps that you need to know or apply to be able to do this effectively. All right, so we're going to be in a key of C. All right, and let's take a song like "How Great Is Our God." You know, that's pretty standard. Everyone knows it. Okay, first, you need to figure out the bass note, all right? So the first chord, the first bass note actually in "How Great Is Our God" is C, or the 1, okay? There's some theory that you have to know to make this process a little bit easier. You have to know the chords in the scale, all right? So the 1 is major. The 2 is minor, the 3 is minor, the 4 is major, the 5 is major, the 6 is minor, and the 7 is diminished. That's very important because that's going to help shorten the time as far as you figuring out the chords. Okay, so we know that the first chord in "How Great" is C. All right? The 1 in C is what? Do you know? It's major. So we're going to play a C major. Right? So that's half of the battle. Now you have to figure out the melody. What is the melody saying, or what does it sound like? Okay? So the melody is this. How great. Okay? And then when you hit great, or when you hit this note in the melody, that's when you play the chord. It lands on the 1. But the chord isn't playing the melody in this current voicing, which is a root position C chord. All right, so you want to voice this chord so that the melody of the song is aligned with the chord that you're playing. This is a C major. We know that C is the melody note on the word great of "How Great Is Our God." So how great. So all you have to do is just voice the chord so that C is the melody note. So, okay, and now you have the bass note in your left hand. You have the chord and the melody in your right, and you're accomplishing all these things at one time. That's going to really help you sound pro, you know, once you keep practicing it. And people will definitely be able to understand what you're playing. And then you can just assign or arrange the notes however you want. You don't have to keep it like that. In first inversion, C. You can take G, put it down there. You can double like that. And if you have a bass player that's going to play the 1 or the C, you don't have to do that. You can add other notes. You could add the 7, add some more color. And the 5 on my left hand. You can add the 9. Start building, you know, experimenting with certain chords or certain notes to be able to, you know, get different sounds out of your chords. Okay? So once we get there, this is the regular triad, and then it's just melody, and then sing with me, how great. Okay? I'm playing it super basic. So we're going to go right to the 6, the next chord, which is A. We know 6 is minor. So A minor is that chord right here. All right, so the melody is sing with me, how great. And when you get to great again, that's when the chord is there. Okay? So now we have to do that same process. All right, we're going to arrange the notes so that the melody is on top. You want the chord, and generally speaking, the melody is going to be a note from the chord 99% of the time. So that's a tip that'll help you. Some of it is theory along with your ear to be able to hear these songs and be able to learn them quickly. All right, so Now we're going to invert this A minor chord into a second inversion, A minor chord. That chord has C on the top. And then you have a passing melody. The next main chord in How Great. I'm skipping all the passing chords. I'm just doing the main chords. We go to the 4. F. Right? F major is a 4. If we play a root position F, the melody is already at the top, so you just choose that voicing. All right? And then How Great, the 5, which is G major. And then the melody is How Great. As far as numbers in the scale, 5, 2, right? Now if we play G major, the bass note is G, so that means it's a G major chord. The melody is already at the top in this voicing, which is root position. So we're playing it. You just play the chord. And then right back at the top on the 1. Okay? So let's try it. That's the beginning process of being able to figure out songs.